Eating. All right. What are you guys gonna do first? I'll ask you guys.
I'm going Execration. I'm with
Okay.
Lizard. I thought the opening was strong.
Yeah, I'll be the contrarian as well. I'll go with Execration.
Contrarian.
Do I trust you guys or them?
They might be even stronger than T1.
Well, what's your call, Black?
So what's your call?
stronger?
I'm gonna go with T1.
Okay. split the tie, B cup.
I hate when I have to do this.
Well, you had the choice to go second. You know.
I know, but I didn't know my answer at that point. All right, I have a 1 or 2 behind my back. What am I holding?
2.
All right, I'm going T1.
All right. Fair
That
enough.
didn't make any sense, but you know.
Let's
it
go
was-
to
T1 with
Game 1 with B cup and Lacoste.
Cool. Nice. Game 1, Execration, T1, excitement. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go as well.
They're ready to go.
I'm a bit worried. One thing I don't like about T1's draft is something that I always say. Whenever there's a Doom, you need to have a good catch. Who's the catch here? Tusk? That's pretty much the only stun that they got.
Yeah.
The only disable. So it could be a bit problematic, but one thing they have is range. Their heroes are very good at outranging the opponents. DB, with meta, Razor, Impetus. So, yeah, this Tusk, Zephyr, he will need to be able to do quite a lot. Most important thing is do not die first, because your team will not be able to lock them down. They have 1 slow from the Enchantress. They have slow from Reflection, and that's pretty much it.
Maybe you enchant the Centaur and you get War Stomp on the Doom. So you got 2 more stuns right there if you can line them up.
Okay, I like the way you think. Usually I don't, but this time around, I do.
This is like the first time.
And I'm not just talking about Dota. I'm talking about the life, how to approach certain things.
But those percentages just got way smaller.
Yeah. Now, you're a good guy, B-Cup.
Man, well, percentage-wise, I don't know if that checks out. So, looking at this mid matchup, we don't really see Doom mid that much.
Yeah, it's not a good matchup for Doom. Like, there is not a universe in which this Doom gets a kill on Lashrak unless Lashrak disconnects and just runs into the tower.
By himself.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even with looking at the supports of T1, I'm wondering, yeah, you can get the enchant slow, maybe both support. I think both supports have to be there for T1 to get a kill mid. Unless
Well, if
somehow
Lashrak
there's
keeps
a big
playing like
misplay.
this, yeah, there's always a possibility that something can go wrong. Bottom lane is what I'm interested in. Terrorblade, first meta, 4 CS, Enchantress, very strong laner, starts with the Blightstone, has a Fairy Fire. But talking about the strong lanes, look at this. Io paired up with the Slaughter. This has been used for quite some time. I think it was Team Liquid that kind of pioneered it, where you get the attack speed, perma bashes. It's gonna hurt whenever you're in melee mode, so they need to control the lane, most likely have it under the tower, and keep pulling the small camp. Small camp is unblocked.
This is a annoying combination to deal with. Carl just moving forward. I don't know if that's the proper call. Now he's unsure what he wants to do. Can he pick up the water rune in time and stay alive? Oh, lightning storm. Okay, he's fine.
He's okay, but definitely needs to bring out more region. This bottle will not sustain. Has speed aura.
Okay, so an extra 12%. Not going to beat the Lashrak over to that water rune, and 1 more shot in the aura would get first blood, but he walks out of range.
Even Cabal has higher percentage than you. You're like 10%, his 12. It's the best looking creep in Dota. That Cabal with the golden chain around the neck, it's the most badass creep we have.
He does look quite nice. They're going to go for Whitemon. They've got the bash. They have the right clicks, and that's the power of that lane down there. When you've got that overcharging, you're just giving a casual 50 attack speed.
You get isolated in this lane, you're pretty much dead. I like the build on Slaughter, starts with Boots of Speed, understands that he needs to run people down. And with the overcharge, once they hit level 3, more attack speed, more bashes. He might even get a point in sprint at level 3. Just was saving a point.
could keep, get one casual point in sprint. You keep up with these heroes. You move a little bit quicker, stay on them. You've got the extra attack speed. Those kills could start coming here for Nico. Who, I would say, I don't know, Nico's kind of been the standout for me on this Execration squad.
Execration definitely looks more stable compared to Season 1, where in a lot of their games, when they're either winning or losing, they know what they're doing. In Season 1, it was much more chaotic.
Right. Bringing back Palos because he used to play for Execration.
Stun missed on a mid lane. Like, if that stun connects, there's
probably a kill.
it's a high chance that he just dies. So Carl will pick another Water Rune. Level 5 already. Scorched Earth. Maxed out.
Come on, sprites.
So they're in Crush. Whitemon in trouble again. Look at the bashes coming with the overcharge. They'll bring
Good
over
body
23. And start to back up. Ooh, they've got the Centaur that gets the stun. There's another bash onto 23 with a Slithering Crush, so nothing more to come from that.
Seems like this is going to be the issue, because they have no stuns. Like, it's something that we see in the laning stage, but it's also something that we're going to see a bit later on. Stomp, and you can't take the Slaughter. But at least Whitemon's doing a good job trying to zone them out, while 23 Savage continues to farm on this TB. 28 CS, 10 denies. This lane actually much better than I expected. Like, they got a kill on Whitemon, but doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
All that matters in this lane is that TB gets the farm. And he's getting the levels. He's level 4.5, 5 minutes in. Even if he feels threatened, he can always go to jungle.
Which, with the outlook right now, is something that he doesn't need to do.
No,
and that's a great
not at
feeling
the
when you're a
moment.
TB. Because we see TB sometime just
Level 2
immediately.
jungle.
Yeah. Guess I'll just back up into the jungle now. That lane was exciting, says the TB at 1 minute, 45 seconds into the game.
Especially when the 3 heroes gank TB. Well, he's the strongest hero. I'm gonna pop that meta. Gets ganked. So you have to TP back with no meta, melee mode. Not something you want to have. Doom, level 6. Not a single point in Doom yet. I don't think he wants to kill people. I kind of like that. And has a mana burn creep. Just wants to be able to be a bit more annoying in the lane. Going into Hood first item. I don't mind seeing that. You just need like one item before either a BKB or a Blink Dagger. Now that I'm trying to recall the item builds for the mid laners, it was pretty much BKB as a first item. BKB Blink into Shivas.
Ooh, I kind of like that.
Because you get a ton of farm. You get Devour maxed out pretty quickly. Leshrac right now going to base. Let's see if he decides to make a move. They don't have the best gankers either. Like, they're going to be relying on Slardar, getting his Blink Dagger up so he can set things up. Just goes back to mid. Yeah.
I thought maybe he'd go bottom, but
nah,
they're not
it's
pushed
really
out
not.
enough.
It's really not worth it.
Yeah. Does land the stun this time onto Carl, who's gotten 3-4-0-0, which I'm not surprised about. I guess that screams to me that Carl's not going to be moving to another
No,
lane
he just
yet.
wants to be able to farm.
Yeah. Get that farm up as much as you can. You're sitting 44-6. It's a great feeling right now for this Doom. He's enjoying life. Especially in a matchup that maybe shouldn't have been that easy.
There were a couple of opportunities where Leshrac maybe could have gotten the kill.
Nature's Grasp up top with the homing missile. Nothing doing.
Didn't talk too much about the top lane. Nothing was happening. Both kind of carries an off lane, just farming up. Razor level 5, still saving a point. Zephyr level 4 in this Tusk. Let's see if there are any stacks. No stacks being made for Ancients. For T1, 1 Ancient stack for Execration.
Rocket Barrage, Cuckoo's direction.
What are we seeing here? What is this? Gyrocopter, Phase Boots into Crystallis.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I remember there was a Crystallis meta when the item was kind of OP. Everyone was making it, especially the Ember Spirit, the Void Spirits. But yeah, I'm not sure what this is all about.
I think that the few gyros we've seen are like all Ags early.
Either Ags or Maelstrom to increase your farm.
Yeah.
Not sure how Crystallis is going to help it. It's just straight up damage, doesn't give you any AoE. Okay. I'm always down to learn something new. Not sure what this is and whether it's going to be, wow, this is great, or I do not want to see this ever again in a professional match.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what the Crystallis exactly is going to give. Like you said, it doesn't give the AoE. But now tag team, Palos in trouble. They've got the shards in front of him. He's just run down here by Cuckoo. He's got that ult. Static Link only level 2, but that's all that's needed. And then over mid, they've got the Doom used onto Leshrac. And Carl's got a kill. Slither Crush, maybe a trade, but and finally they'll grab it. BDZ gets credit for that one, and they still want to go for more. They'll look over at Whitemon, who's got the Nature's Attendants trying to heal up preemptively.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So they get a trade mid, but they do, in fact, lose that gyro.
So overall, a better trade for T1. Just keep killing Leshrac. Now Doom is level 9, has his spells maxed out. No point in Infernal Blade. I think if he had the hood there, he definitely lives. Now bought a casual Windlace on top of it just to be more speedy, more annoying. And this is something that like we don't usually see. You talked about how TB was staying in the lane for a very long time. So he's level 8.5, was in the triangle. He's just having a really good time.
Yeah, he's working with this Shockwave. He's farming up real well. Like you said, top of the net worth.
Shockwave?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Purple Sphere, the Shockwave.
Okay.
You know, he keeps clearing creeps with it. Farming well with, a lot of people call it the Hadouken. I like calling it Shockwave. Although I don't know how it shocks. I guess.
I thought you were talking about TB first. I'm like, Terrorblade with Shockwave? What am I missing?
No, Doom with Shockwave.
Yeah, it's Hadouken. It's So, Hood done on Doom, just needs to use the career. Gonna be very tanky. Hood into BKB sounds kind of horrible, so I want to see what his next item is gonna be. Also, I wouldn't mind seeing like maybe a casual plate mail because they have a ton of physical damage. But seems like he just wants to get a BKB on top of it. Not a big fan. It's two items that kind of do the same thing. And would love to see a form of initiation because they can't really start a fight. Maybe he changes his mind. There's still a lot of ways to...
A lot of gold to get.
Yeah, it's just... He's sitting at 1,000 gold at the moment. But the most important thing, all three cores are extremely farm on their side. So if they just keep farming, I think it's going to be okay. Razor finishing the Falcon Blade, Power Tread, going into Casual Cloak. I don't mind seeing that, and the Casual Windlace.
It's a little bit of a different build from mid-Razor, right? I mean, you've got the
Mids
soft lane
don't
Razor,
go for Falcon Blade, yeah, because most mids, they want to get a bottle. So this is a substitution, a good one for the bottle. Gives you a bit of everything. HP, mana regen, some damage.
Clean up the creeps with that Shockwave. And now he's got Doom available again. I wouldn't even mind someone pick up a Blade Mail here. You Doom the Leshrac while he's got Pulse Nova active and running at him with Blade Mail activated.
Not a fan. Leshrac can still deal damage if he has Pulse Nova running while he's being doomed. Let's see if he pops that Arcane Rune. Nah, they're just gonna let him go. So Crystallis done on Gyrocopter. Let's see some numbers. 32 damage, 30% chance to get a critical, 160%. I just don't see the real value of the item. Yeah, like Gyro's also not a hero that like gets Daedalus early on. Maybe I'm missing something. Mid lane seems like they want to smoke for T1, grab a kill with this Arcane Rune, so they have another Doom available a bit earlier.
Yeah. I don't know what this Crystallis is exactly going to provide. It's on Jinasha next, so maybe there's benefits in that. Arcane Rune, and that's popped with the kill coming in on the BDZ. They were looking maybe for this Gyro, Potentially, they can find Nico, and yeah, they'll use the Doom.
Cuckoo's in.
So Doom only on
But
cooldown
the
for 100
overgrowth.
seconds. They've got the overgrowth coming through. Nico hiding in the trees, trying to survive the duration of this Doom, but he's been found by Zephyr. The right clicks for the tag team. They'll get 2, taking out Nico and RR.
Great rotation from T1. Like, they get the multiple
Yoey
kills.
coming
Now
over.
Leshrac, he wants to go in.
Yules,
good stun.
Good stun with the Centaur. Snowball, follow it up, and that is a dead Leshrac double kill for Carl.
Apparently, you do not need to have stuns if neutral creeps have it. So right now, they are using 2 Centaurs. I believe you mentioned that at the start, Doom, with the Vor Stomp and the Centaur from the Enchantress. Meanwhile, while that fight was happening on the bottom lane, TB takes the tower on the mid lane. It's looking very hot for T1.
Yeah, looking good so far. That, by the way, that's the percentages. I say Blade Mail would be cool. Nah, low percentage. I say the 2 Centaurs.
Yeah,
that's,
you're kind of hit or miss.
Yeah,
It's
very
very
hit
hot
or
and cold.
miss.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is
But the
under attack.
one call with the War Stomps from a Centaur, really good.
Hopefully outshining.
Now
forget the other ones.
Slardar has a Blink Dagger. You can have another
Radiant's
prediction,
bottom
like
tower
you
is
can
under
say,
attack.
try to look
Radiant's
like top tier, I'm
structures
down.
are fortified.
Okay. I'll try another prediction in a second. Nature's Grasp, the chase with the ult, but good stun there from Yoey. And now they've got the Walrus Punch to take out RR. Call down used. Carl Cuckoo on the run. They've got the
He's
stun
tanky.
onto those Shrek. Great shards from Zephyr. He might die himself.
Doom available in 4. They can
Oh.
turn this.
Do they go?
Oh, they cannot. They
quick
cannot
Southern
anymore.
Crush. That's really good. TB's not even here. They throw the Doom on an Eco, but they get the kill into Cuckoo. They've got the Inferno Blade. Slardar
Mech
is
available.
getting a little bit low. Snowball comes all the way over to BDZ. They bought back on this Tusk, so he's going in to try and make something happen here. They get the kill into Nico. They've taken out this Leshrac. Shard's perfect in front of BDZ. It's being healed up by this Treant. However, it doesn't look like he's going to survive as the Walrus Punch lands, and Carl gets another double kill. He's dominating. This is all without 23.
Yeah, 23 is just having a really good time. Carl, I don't think he dies there, but there's going to be some damage dealt. Gyrocopter
Palace
automatic.
is
They
out
can
of
turn this.
mana.
Another
He
stop
might
available.
be dead. Infernal Blade, there's the Snowball. That comes through. Shards again. They look good. You just...
Not
Yeah.
sure what the plan was there. Also seeing Gyrocopter not even having a magic wand kind of hurts because this hero fights early on. Like, you don't necessarily need to have magic wand on every single hero, especially the carry. I should rephrase that. Every other pretty much hero that's not a safe laner needs to buy a magic wand because it's just too good of an item. While carry, sometimes magic stick is okay. Sometimes you don't even get it, but as a gyro, you definitely need to have one. A lot of words just to say the gyro needs a magic one, pretty much. That's
Buy
all.
one.
Yeah.
And in conclusion, Gyro
Dire
Did
has
not
again.
want, but you didn't.
He did not. But he's holding on to that fairy fire. They're going to go in again.
Might be in trouble. The Plasma Field hits on it too. They've got the Snowball going over to the Slardar to make sure that he can't blink and get the Southern Crush out. But the first hit bash that comes through onto the Tusk, he's in trouble. Zephyr goes down, but Carl moving in with the Inferno Blade. He's got the War Stomp to follow it up. There's the BKB that he just got. And now it looks like Execration were going to get low and die. However, they get that kill onto the Doom. Right clicks in from 23 over to RR, who gets into the trees and will try to survive this. However, he's not long for this world. Doom, that was the opening BKB charge, and he died relatively quickly.
He did. He needs armor. He has Kaya Sanj queued up. I want to see armor. Casual plate mail will do the trick. And yeah, he just instantly changes. So, you know, sometimes it is like that. He understands, probably has a Dota Plus, checks who's dealing the most damage, understands that he needs to be able to tank up.
I honestly just need statistics on how many times you say, yeah, you know, he should probably change this here, and then literally the second after you say it,
That's why I'm
they
here.
change. Well, I'm just thinking that you have a live feed into some, you know, all the teams can hear you. They always change their items.
Because it makes sense.
Yeah.
You're playing into Slardar, you're playing into Gyrocopter with Crystallis. you need some physical resistance.
Not a fan of that Crystallis. If I
That
can hear that in your
Crystallis
voice.
is, what do you call that? The thorn in your eye? Is there a saying like
Thorn
that?
in the side.
Thorn
but
in the side,
Thorn in
okay.
the side is usually when it's bothering people. I mean, it's bothering you.
Yeah.
But for T1, it feels like maybe a fluffy pillow to the left side of their head, maybe, that they're laying on.
Execration with the smoke. Meta is up in 50 seconds.
They've got
Doom available with another Arcane Rune, and he's going to be much more tankier right now. They need to initiate with Slaughter on Doom, otherwise he's going to be able to get the BKB off.
They'll find Whitemon.
Whitemon will tank that game.
Be a shame if I lost my Enchantress. That actually has a real good amount of farm for a forward position. Both supports are actually pretty close to each other.
Zephyr, he was playing well, but that dieback kind of cost him some farm. Would probably have a Blink Dagger at the moment.
Yeah, he bought back, and that Death Bottom, I understand what he wanted to do.
That's his job in this game, because they have no other stuns, like no real stuns. Doom has a Force Stomp still, which is good. But he needs to be able, and they have no save. He needs to, if he's the one initiating with a snowball,
Then
most likely he's gonna die.
That's why I kind of agree with you. Like, I wouldn't have been upset to see the blink on Doom to blink War Stomp. Although he's pretty speedy, runs in there, gets an Infernal Blade down, maybe a Doom there. If you can hold the snowball for Zephyr, it might look a little bit better. I think that last fight from Execration, although they lost 2, went surprisingly well, considering the initiation was on Nico.
23 Savage. So far, 0 deaths. I think he had a great understanding when he needs to join a fight, because he just left them alone. He left his 4 teammates to just play Dota while he's farming, and that's Scotty. That's Mantha, Dragon Scale, what? And Scotty done in 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
So that extra slow on top of the reflection is gonna hurt quite a lot.
I think the team would have liked him to be in these fights, but he left them on
Lashrek's
red.
out of mana. They're taking this fight.
Nico, though, with a good blink, Southern Crush onto 2. They'll throw the Doom out. That's onto the Lashrak. They've got the Overgrowth coming in the call down. They get the kill on Nico as well as Yoi. And the chase is on from Carl. That BKB is about to run out, so he might have to go the other way. But he's got the Essence Ring, the War Stomp, and now 23. He's into the fight, but they'll relocate away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Keep chasing. Snowball.
All right. Plasma Field Snowball slowed up enough for them to catch him. And Zephyr gets the kill onto this Treant. Now he's got that gold for the Blink Dagger.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And all of a sudden they have a 10k lead. This is
Tower is under attack.
much better, and I think
Radiant's
starting
bottom
from what, last series, it's looked a lot better from
Dire's middle
T1,
tower
a
has
lot
fallen.
cleaner.
I think this game is the cleanest game that they've played so far in the second season. It was all about the sloppy executions, someone not doing their job. Pretty much everyone in this game is doing things properly. Cuckoo finding the farm, being very active, involved in 12 out of 16 kills. Like, the first couple of rotations were good. As mentioned, Terrorblade just not joining the team fights at all until 15, 16 minutes in. Whitemon tanking those smoke gangs, dying a couple of times. Doesn't really matter.
Are scanning.
It's for the greater good when you tank a gank like that as an Enchantress. 1, 3, and 12 for Whitemon, so a positive KDA. And when you're doing that, and you got a positive KDA as a support that dies pretty quickly.
Not just
You're
that. I
happy.
like the guy because he has not just positive KDA, but also positive PMA.
It's true. And I always get jealous of what he's eating when the panel's talking about the draft.
It's always something.
Caramels, chocolates,
Breadsticks.
breadsticks.
So Gyrocopter says, I will get that Daedalus as my 3rd item. Aghanim Scepter done, just needs to use the Courier. Still very squishy on this Gyro. Io makes you a bit more tanky, Living Armor potentially. but
Dire's
there's too much stuff right now that T1 can throw onto them.
Right.
Doom decides to finish off the Shiva's guard. I like that quite a lot more than Kaya and Sanj that he had queued up. Reducing the healing coming out from the TNC Protector, from IO, and also providing vision in the team fights.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now you're going to be going up against an Aegis on T1. There's no reaction here from Execration, nor do I think one would benefit them in a positive way.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
And you know 23 is farming really well because Doom's had an open game, and we've seen Doom's out-farm 1 positions by a decent margin. And 23 is 3K ahead. Like, that is a big
This is a
number
Doom
ahead.
without Midas,
Yeah.
which we usually see when he's on top of the network. But this is also a free farm DB that is out pushing the lanes with his illusions, now holding on to the Aegis. Because they don't have enough... I'm not a big fan of Tusk Shard. I think after removing the attack speed slow, it's not that good. But the slow increase, it's 40%. Percentage slow is always going to be great. Only has 5 seconds downtime. And because they don't have enough stuns, like combine Scotty, Sigil, and Reflection,
They found Doom. 5 heroes here to kill Carl.
Structures are fortified.
he finds another Arcane Rune, so he will have that for the next fight.
I think it's 1,400 gold for the slow, but it's also 1,400 gold to probably show off your Vici Sigil. Because
Yeah.
everybody who uses that shard has the Vici Sigil.
Come on, sprites.
Southern Crush coming in, that's onto the TB, but they've got Zephyr with the snowball save. Call down is used, they use the Walrus Punch onto Nico. The damage coming in from
Savage
23 is going to be
dropping low.
enough. They've got the Slither and
But the
Crush, there's a
Sunder.
good Sunder. Nico still tanking up a lot of the right clicks coming out from this TB. They land the stun, but, well, they're going to lose the Leshrac. They might, in fact, lose more. Nico on the run, but he gets slowed up. Nature's Grass slowing up Cuckoo, but he stays right on with him. There's the relocate away.
So he's going to pay with his life. 23 Savage was dropping low. Leshrac, at the moment, he can't really stay on TB. It's just too much damage. Has only 1 defensive item. If he uses that Yule Scepter to set things up, BDZ will drop. No surprise there.
Yeah, very dead.
And it
When
also
you
was
relocate
a
out like
risky
that.
play from Execration, because they are not controlling this outpost. You never know how much gold Doom has, so there was always a possibility that he just buys back and they turn the whole fight around.
Dire's bottom tower.
T1's so far ahead at the moment that they don't even need, like, I don't think they would even need to use the buyback. So yeah, you see Leshrac, he uses that Yule Scepter to set things up on the Enchantress.
Tower is under attack.
And after that, you run towards the TB, Great Sunder, you have no mana, no defensive tools, you just melt.
Yeah, he gets close there, but I mean, that's only 1 life that you would have taken from the TB by yourself, kind of committing as everybody else is running away. It's really not the strongest Leshrac game right now. That's for sure.
It's a tough matchup. There's a lot of tough matchups, and there's a TB with 20,000 net worth at 27 minutes. Now with the Satanic done, he can dispel things, which is always going to be great. You have a Manta style
Ooh, moving
for
in.
more dispel.
They've got the Doom out of the Slard. Our Nature's Grasp is down. There's the Overgrowth. But they use that Illusion Rune. He'll get away, and now looking over to kill off Nico. They've got the damage to take the Slard. They'll also finish off RR. They've got Gyro into the air. Cuckoo, he's saved via the Sunder. 23. Very selfless in giving that life over. Southern Crush comes down to 23, but it's not going to save this Leshrac. They'll get the kill on 3. They'll buy back on 2. They'll
That's
also
a
finish
dieback
off
on
Nico
him.
again. They've killed him off twice. It's a triple kill here for 23, and they are moving into the base looking for more. The Glyph will come out as Execration will try to hold on, but it is not looking likely that they can hold this base. Palace trying to do it again. With the damage that he's got, there's the snowball over. The right clicks in with the Walrus Punch, and Palos looking dead to rights, dead on his screen already, and he doesn't have buyback. They'll chase the rest. They've got the Plasma Field. They slowed up BDZ. They're looking for the full team wipe, and he's inside the well, but it's not going to save him. They'll secure it.
They're still not calling it. They feel like they possibly have one more fight. 40 seconds, 50 until everyone is alive. It's just they don't have enough damage. TB uses the Sunder to save his teammate, pops the Satanic, goes back to full HP immediately. So it seems like they're not gonna call it. Even though, you know what I always say, when it's time to call it, it is time to call it. But it seems like it's not.
I'm getting lectured here, guys. Top set of racks. Those are going to go down as well. This is the moment they've been looking for to try and defend. Bring the game back. Aegis expires.
Let's see. The desperation smoke, push out the top lane, push out the mid lane, and go for the play.
All they have to do
Is kill
to come
Savage
back.
once. That's all they have to do. Not sure how that's doable. They can't lock him down. He has too much stuff. This is also a full butterfly suddenly out of nowhere.
But he bought out. If he does die.
Yeah, no buyback on TB. So they kill him, run down mid.
Take the tier 1, take the
the
tier
tier
2. Through
tier 3.
multiple glyphs.
Yeah, tier 3, skip the barracks, go for tier 4s and the throne.
It's go time. They can do it.
For people who are listening to us, we're just being sarcastic. There's always this
I
two
believe.
couple of guys that are like, what are these casters saying? There's not enough time to hit the tier 4 towers. So yeah, they can go in and end the game. I don't think it's necessary to wait for Roshan and prolong this at all.
Dados next for TB. Okay.
To be fair, I feel Terrorblade could 1 versus 5, the whole team. If he had a BKB maybe instead of a Dragonlance, I feel like it's doable.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Maybe.
Slardar would be a bit problematic, you know, with the bashes.
Overcharge
Yeah.
and the right
Other than
clicks.
that, I feel he could kill the whole enemy team.
Late Eternal Shroud there for Doom. 26k. How many items could you purchase with 26,000 gold?
All depends how many branches can
Well,
you...
no. I mean, like, what would you fill your inventory with if you had 26,000 gold?
AC, Bloodthorn, Rapier, Satanic. Depends what hero you're playing.
Instructions.
But these are the items. Let's see that one big fight.
Yeah, they're moving in. Pal's taking a lot of damage. The Metamorphosis was already used. They'll blink forward on Nico. He's trying to get something done, but they've already got the Doom out onto the Shrek. They'll get the Cone of Nico. They'll look for more with BKB being popped here by Carl. 23 is a godlike. And Yule's into the air. Gyro relocated about 5 feet back into the well. And this bottom set of racks is gone.
Dire's bottom barracks.
I will not make the mistake of saying that Mega Creeps are available, because that rack still exists. Now it doesn't. They've got the stun onto the Doom, but there's the Walrus Punch coming through on the Yoi. He's trying to run, but so much damage coming out from 23 and the rest of the team. They'll move forward onto RR. They'll get themselves another one. They look over at the Gyro. Palos, he's stuck in via the shards. It's a good 4-man stun, but it's just not enough. It's too late in the game. The GG is called, and T1 will take game number 1.
Good performance by T1 in first game. Not many mistakes being made. I don't think they actually made any big mistakes that were punishable. Well-rounded draft. Bottom lane went much better than I expected, and chances, you know, dying once or twice, but securing 23 Savage's farm. And for all you people out there who are wondering...